As the late Oliver Mtukudzi said, Rufundima Dzongonyuzi, even though many years have passed since we have lost some of these young superstars, it is still very heartbreaking to remember the talents we lost at such a young age. The death of Sam Mtukudzi in a fatal car accident gripped the nation and gutted us to the core, for we had all hoped that the young man would live on to perpetuate the legacy of the legend Oliver Mtukudzi after he was gone. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. Sam Mtukudzi, who was 21 years old at the time of his death, died in the early hours of 15 March 2010 when the driver of the vehicle they were driving in lost control near Pamzinda Highway Escape whilst traveling back from an event in Bulawayo en route to Harare. It is said their vehicle veered off the road and rammed into the right side of a bridge. Both of them died on the scene before paramedics arrived. Conspiracy theorists argued that it was a politically motivated killing, but according to his close friends and family, Sam had foretold his death 2 months prior to his demise. In January 2010, 2 months before his death, Sam had written and recorded a song bidding farewell to his parents. The song is titled Rwendo Rwauya. The death of former Studio 263 actress Nira shook the nation. Even more heartbreaking were the gruesome circumstances in which she lost her life. The actress is said to have been at a prayer mountain in Bedfordview, Johannesburg, South Africa, when she was attacked by armed robbers. She was then found and rushed to the hospital, but 2 days later, she succumbed to the injuries she had sustained during the brutal attack. Nira has shot to national fame while playing the role of Vimbai on Studio 263. She had then relocated to South Africa, where she had appeared on several productions, including The Rapist, Mutual Friends, as well as having a role on Zabalaza for a short time. The news of the death of the musician and actor Terry G surprised us all because he died at a time when he was beginning to reap the fruits of his hard labor. Real name Tishawana Terence Green, the artist had started singing in church at the age of 8, but he became nationally known after acting in the drama series Zwiri Mudzimba. He became even more popularly known in 2022 when he collaborated with Chipo Muchegwa on the song Ndezve Moyo. Just when his career was beginning to shoot up, Terry G succumbed to cardiac arrest at Arundel Hospital on 14 December 2023. He was 36 years old at the time of his death. Moana was another young talented Zimbabwean who passed away just when her career was beginning to shoot up. Her real name was Michelle Amuli. She was a fitness trainer, a model, as well as a video vixen who became popularly known after appearing on Japresa's video for the song Mnyaradzi. She was 26 years old, full of potential, engaged as well as pregnant when she died in a car accident in November 2020, in the same car accident that claimed the life of Genius Kadungure. Genius Jinimbi Kadungure, Moana and a few others were on their way from Dreams nightclub in Harare when the car they were traveling in was involved in a collision along Borodale Road. The car veered off the road and rammed into a tree, which resulted in the car bursting into flames and killing all of its occupants. Jinimbi was a well-loved socialite and businessman who had celebrity friends both locally and internationally, and he was well known for splashing his money and assets. When he died, he was 36 years old, and obituaries poured from all over the world. The death of Gerima Panzure will forever haunt us as a nation, as it was a horrific highlight of our failed and dysfunctional health system, which exposed the sad realities of many Zimbabweans for whom the knife of death constantly looms overhead without a functioning health system. Gerima Panzure, whose full name was Gary Garikai Munashe Mapanzure, was a very talented and hardworking young man who had released 2 albums, namely Special Delivery, Novas, as well as an EP titled Sushi Season. Gerima Panzure was 25 years old, recently married and a father to a 1-year-old when he died in October 2023 after succumbing to his injuries hours after a horrific car accident. Gary had failed to receive in time the care and transportation he needed in order to survive, which resulted in many people pointing fingers at the health ministry for failing to deliver. It is hard to talk about Zimdanso without talking about Soja Love, and he is widely accredited for making many people fall in love with the genre. due to his talent as well as lyrical genius. Even though his career had taken a downward turn and he was trying to revive it at the time of his death, Soja Love was widely loved and respected by many people. By the time of his death, Soja Love had released several hit singles and 2 albums, of which in a fairer world he would have been a millionaire when he died. He was 31 years old when he succumbed to diabetes. Soja Love had been living with diabetes from ever since he was 7 years old. Due to his impact on the youth, as well as helping to fight against drug abuse by using his voice and talent, Soja Love was named a provincial hero and had a heroic burial. Prince Zororo was a jazz singer, a songwriter and a music producer who was well known for songs like Ndiani Jongu, Nyamatsatse, Muchaneta, as well as his other song featuring Pachiera, Runonzi Rudo. Prince was a very hardworking and talented musician who could play several musical instruments such as the acoustic guitar, osho and mbira. He had released several albums and had a promising career ahead of him. He died at Chinhoyi Provincial Hospital on 15 February 2020 after succumbing to lung cancer. He was 31 years old. The sudden death of ZBC broadcaster and newsreader Zororo Ma shocked many people as he became Zimbabwe's first victim of COVID-19. Zororo was the son of the politician, businessman and broadcaster James Makamba. He was a very talented young man and a brilliant broadcaster who had the potential of becoming one of the biggest names in Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, he died in March 2020 after succumbing to COVID-19 related complications. He was 30 years old. The death of George Chigova is not only painful but also upsetting given the circumstances prior to his death. George Chigova was a brilliant and talented professional football player who played as a goalkeeper, notably in South Africa for Premier Soccer League clubs such as Polokwane City as well as SuperSport United. George Chigova died in November 2023 after he collapsed at his home in South Africa. His troubles began in July 2023 when he collapsed while training at SuperSport United. He was then diagnosed with a heart condition. In a video that circulated after his death, George was seen at a church where he was told by a prophet that he didn't have a heart condition. This is suspected to have caused him not to extensively seek medical help for his heart problems, which resulted in him collapsing at home and dying from the heart problem. 2020 was a year in which many young talented Zimbabweans lost their lives, including Scara the drummer. Scara Delroy Mparikwenda was a talented artist who played for the Vigilance Band for Winky D. Scara is reported to have said that he wasn't feeling well a few days before he succumbed to heart-related complications in September 2020. He was only 29 years old at the time of his death. Lastly, in 2020 once again, a Bulawayo-based rap king, Calvin Nhliziyo, was killed in a hit-and-run car accident. Calvin was well known for his hit song Skupane. He was 35 years old and died in October 2020. Until today, his killers haven't been found. That brings us to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment.